At the center of one of post-democracy's worst tragedies, the unlawful issuing of licenses to NGOs during the termination of the Life Esidimeni contracts has again come under the spotlight. The former Deputy Director General for Mental Health Services in Gauteng, Jacobus, told the Life Esidimeni Inquest that proper process was not followed in the issuance of licenses to the controversial NGOs. Let's take a listen.
Concerning your role, the role that you played in the auditing and the issuance of licenses, do you believe that you carried out your duties diligently?
No, Council, I didn't carry out my duties diligently.
How so?
Because the instruction that was given, that I need to do the visits and oversee the readiness of NGOs. And I've communicated this to Dr. Manamela whilst we were in a meeting, and then she says it was unusual circumstances, and because of time we need to escalate the process.
So corners were cut, if I could summarize. Do you agree?
Corners were not cut, it wasn't followed. Nothing, the corners were not followed.
But despite that, Jacobus says she cannot take responsibility for the deaths of those mental health care users. Let's take a listen.
In hindsight, you not performing your tasks diligently, and you're being instrumental to the issuance of licenses that shouldn't have been issued, contributed to a great degree to the demise of the MHCUs. Do you dispute that?
Yes, Council.
And why do you dispute it?
I disputed on the fact that me issuing the license, as I've said, it was done unstructurally, yes, but because of the instruction, and I did not issue the license to the districts as normally the normal procedure. And with the implementation, what we've given through to Dr. Manamela, according to my knowledge, what we after a visit gave through to Dr. Manamela wasn't implemented. The number of beds that was identified for NGOs, and that created more problems.
So the blame being put there on the former mental health director, Dr. Manamela. So former health MEC Qedani Mahlangu's lawyers also say that Mahlangu will testify that she only became aware of the shortcomings when the mental health care users started passing away.
You would agree that you never escalated these issues to the MEC, the former MEC, Ms. Mahlangu. Do you agree?
Council, I agree. I never had contact with the MEC in any communication whatsoever.
Then Jacobus came under fire when cross-examined by lawyers for Life Esidimeni.
You say in this paragraph, in respect of the patient files, I received feedback from many of the NGOs that they did not receive proper patient files when the patients arrived. The patients arrived with a one-page document with a discharge sheet from Life Esidimeni. I do not know if the discharge documents included the patient's medication information, as I did not have time to look at things like that. I gather from what is said there that your statement here is based on hearsay evidence, what was conveyed to you by persons at NGOs. You cannot dispute what was given at transfer from Life Esidimeni, can you?
I can, Council.
Were you there, Ms. Jacobus?
No, I was not there.
You gave evidence and stated in your affidavits that you took no part in the transfers yourself.
Yes, that's correct, Council.
So you cannot say what was given to the receiving parties at the Life Esidimeni facilities, not so?
I can, Council.
No, you cannot, Ms. Jacobus, because you were not there. All that you can testify on at best is what was found or what was given to you at the NGOs by NGO staff. not so?
Yes, Council.
Chriselda Lewis, SABC News in Johannesburg.